You ain't no Israelite, but you a gospelite, bitch. Fuck you talking about? If that nigga on wall, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. How can I keep that stick locked, loaded, but he'll fade you line up. Young nigga name is Slayer. What you think? Well, you be done to try. South Coast shit, we bought it. UPK, you silent. Little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day. So who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way. What you think? I love this brotherhood. Hood. More than you, bitch. Sharp on shit, I'm about it. UPK too solid. Fuck nigga don't want war. It ain't enough clips in your army. All the bitches wanna take my piece. All they hoes wanna take my piece. All they nigga wanna take my piece. No, I can't let a dog take it from me. I can't let a dog take it from me. You a hoe study and you dummy. And these bitches really out this bitch walk around like they don't know nothing. And the lame nigga fall phone and get set up for the coins and get gunned down, man down. Shoulda took the time, get a damn no. But I see the Charlotte and I show her. She could never get a priest holding. You a dirt ass, rust ass neck bitch with a fake ass jury. In Tennessee while I'm touring. In the Tennessee, but she luring. And a sucker duck bitch ass boy, fuck nigga over that bit mugging. I say, if that nigga on wall, ain't hard to find us. How can I keep that stick locked, loaded, but he'll fade you line up. Young nigga name is Slayer. What you think? Well, you be done to try. South Coast shit, we bout it. UPK, you solid. Little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right. More than you, bitch. Oh, you a lame nigga down to me. Eat candy, but I'm sucker free. You a little nigga, ain't nothing to me. Base up, boy, I fit a beat. Yeah, AR-223. Draco with a magazine. Yeah, the clip run like limousine. I shoot your ass in the spleen. Boy, I bust your ass in the temple. We debating by the temple. Tell the truth, boy, you's a victim. And you're scoring off like a lizard. Nigga walk down my road. Why does nigga come down my road? Boy, come down my road. Boy, I charge your ass toll fee. I'm a real big priest, nigga. UPK play for keys, nigga. Commander General get a damn order, but ain't nothing me to damn kill you. I stuck in his ass like a cat. All weapons, boys full of tech. Boy, like a close comeback. Nigga got popped off for a neck. If that nigga on wall, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. How can I keep that stick locked, loaded, but he'll fade you line up. Young nigga name is Slayer. What you think? Well, you be done to try. South Coast shit, we bout it. UPK, you solid. Little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way. What you think? I love this brotherhood. Hood. More than you, bitch. Christ said 7 women gonna be on one nigga in the end time. Nigga, fuck wrong with you, boy. Stressed by that damn hoe ass bitch. Fake ass nigga too. Dumb ass motherfucker. Fuck you. Backstage. Yeah. Yeah. You know what?
All right, everybody, clap it up. All right, shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahushua Barakatham to all the brothers. Shalom, Awatah B'Shem Yahushua to all the sisters. This is the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. So that at 125th Street, Harlem, New York, and the Commander John Hanna. And since 1969, we've been teaching that so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the true Hebrew Israelites according to the Bible. Ooh-wee. And today, we're going to be talking about the importance of God's laws. Because a lot of our people, we don't understand the importance of God's laws. You know, God gave us laws that we were supposed to keep, but none of our people keep these laws today. These laws have always been and always will be, but we don't keep them. Let's start off with Romans chapter 15, verse 4. I'll start there. Because in this world right now, we have lost our way. We have lost our laws, our guidance. We have lost our borders, everything that keeps us and makes us who we are. We have lost the law, statutes, commandments. But right now, we are coming back and learning the law, statutes, commandments. We're learning who we're supposed to be. We're learning what guidelines we're supposed to follow. We're learning how to be the people that the Lord expected us to be. Go ahead and read that.
Romans,
Hold on. Let me put it on screen. Bam, there you go. Go ahead.
Romans chapter 15, verse 4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we
For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning. What's written down? These law, statutes, amendments were written down. Now we coming out. We can learn these law, statutes, amendments. They're the things that are written down in this Bible. Everything that is in this Bible was written down for our learning. It was written down to be able to teach us our laws, the laws that the Lord gave to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans to be able to learn and keep. They're written down in this Bible. And they were written a long time ago. These scriptures that are written now are they're for our learning. Everything that's in this Bible is for us to learn, for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, not for everybody else, but for us to learn, for us to learn who we are. And if you want to know who you are, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, this is how you find out. You go back into the scriptures. That's how you find out who you are, where you come from. Because leave it to America, they're gonna tell you come from slavery. Your whole life was just slavery. That's where they start you off at. But really, in the scriptures, you come back way back when. You go back way farther than that. Your identity is in these scriptures. Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans. If you want to know who you are, learn the scriptures. Learn who you are by coming in the truth and getting the knowledge of the Most High. That's how you find out who you are. Because right now we don't know who we are. We don't know where we come from. We don't know anything about ourselves, but that we're black, or that we're what the oppressor tells us we are. That's what we are. We're black. We're Hispanic, or we're a Native American. That's what I mean. Dang, Native American, Native and American. They just put two words together. African American. Africa and America. That's crazy. They just put two words together and called you it. But that's not who we are, Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans. These scriptures were written for our learning, so that we can learn them and learn our law, statute, commandments, learn our guideline, learn what to do and what not to do, learn to follow the right direction. That's what these laws were written for, to teach us how to do everything according to the Most High. Go ahead and read.
Romans chapter 15, verse 4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope.
We might have hope. These scriptures were written for us to be able to fix our communities. This Bible is a thing that's going to be able to fix us as a people. There is nothing else that can fix us, except for us to keep these law, statutes, commandments, to keep the law. And these laws are written in the Bible. The answer is in the Bible. We have to be willing to want it. We have to be willing to want the help, to get the help, to follow the process. I mean, when you get sick, there's something you have to do. You can't just get better. When you get sick, of course you want to get better, but you can't just sit around and expect it to go away. There's a treatment that you have to take. There's an action you have to take to be able to get these things, to be able to feel better. You have to go to the doctor. You have to go to the doctor and you have to have him prescribe you medicine. Well, it's the same way for how we fix our people. Our people are sick, and the only thing that's going to help them is them coming to the priests and prophets, the men of the Lord, and getting the medication, coming to Christ and getting the medication. That's how you get it. You go to the men of the Lord. And that's how it's always been. It's always been like that. By going to the men of the Lord to be able to be healed, to be able to get your answers answered. That's how we do it. These scriptures right here in this Bible are for our learning. That's how we learn to be a government, to learn to be a nation. Because right now, we're not a nation. We're not a government. We have no government. Right now, we have absolutely nothing. Because we don't follow after these guidelines. We don't follow after these law, statutes, amendments. We have nothing governing us. But that's why we have these scriptures, so that we can learn how to be a nation again, so that we can learn how to have a government. And that's what we're doing here in Isupk. We are building up a nation of people. We're building up a government. We're building up systems to be able to help our people. Like, everybody thinks we just did this on our own. No, none of this was of our own. All of this was of the Most High's knowledge. Think we just came up with these things on our own? Absolutely not. Read that one more time.
Con. Romans chapter 15 verse 4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning.
The things that were written aforetime were written for our learning. Now, you got all these mistakes that were in the Bible. The Lord gives you examples of everything in the Bible. He gives you examples of mistakes, of how to do things correctly, on how to do things incorrectly. He gave you examples. Brothers who was doing things wrong and brothers who was doing things correct. You just got to go in there and you got to learn the correct way on how to do things. That's what we got to do. And the only place you can do that is here in Isupk. You can't do it anywhere else, because everywhere else is going to have you learn the incorrect way. They're going to have you eating shrimp, crab, pork, and lobster. Have you out here beating on your wife. I'll have you out here sleeping with another man's wife. They're going to have you doing everything incorrectly. But not here in Isupk. We're going to have you doing everything correctly. We're going to have you being perfect. Like Christ said, be ye therefore perfect. He said, be ye perfect. When you come up in Isupk, you're going to become perfect. You're going to become perfect. You can't do that nowhere else. Because then, shoot, your Christian church, you know what they say about all the things that were written aforetime? In the Old Testament, they say it's done away with. Nah, the Old Testament was done away with. No, it was done away with. But even Christ was learning from the Old Testament. He was teaching the Old Testament because he understood that the things that were written aforetime was for him to learn off of. How else did he get his knowledge? How else did he get his understanding? He went back into the records and looked at it and read and studied. That's what he did. But our Christian pastors, they don't do that. The Christian pastors, they don't do that. They don't go and they don't go in the Bible and study. They take certain scriptures and turn them against you. And they take that pay the tithe scripture and make sure that is followed. Make sure that is definitely followed. Give me Romans chapter 10 and verse 2. People.
Con, I got it.
Go ahead.
Romans chapter 10 and verse 2. For I bear them, record that they,
Record.
Slovakia. For I bear them, record that they have a zeal of God, but not according to knowledge.
My brother, they have a record that they have a zeal of God. I mean, you got a lot of people, they have a zeal of God. They go in that Christian church and they want to follow after God. But not I mean, what does it say?
For I bear them, record that they have a zeal of God, but not according to the knowledge.
They have a zeal of God. They go out, they sing all those. I mean, dang, when you go in that Christian church, they in there singing all them songs, doing all that. But it's not according to knowledge. I mean, our people, we are following after the completely wrong God. We're here following after the Caesar Borgia, thinking that we serving the Most High, that we serving God, when our people are really not serving the God of this Bible. They serving the oppressor's God. That's what they serve. But our people have a zeal. And our people definitely have a zeal of God. Them, but not according to knowledge. Keep on going.
Con, verse 3. For they, being ignorant of God's righteousness, and going
About,
about to establish their own righteousness, have
and going about. I mean, they're going about to establish their own righteousness. Oh, it's later. Juno, get the definition of ignorant.
con. Con, I got it.
Can I go ahead and read it?
Ignorant, lacking knowledge of awareness in general, uneducated or unsophisticated,
Hold on. Start from the beginning. Beginning again. What did it say?
lacking knowledge or awareness in general.
Lacking knowledge or awareness. Some people they lack knowledge of God's righteousness. They don't know God's laws. Most of our people we don't know God's laws. We don't know that we're not supposed to eat shrimp, crab, pork, and lobster. We're ignorant to God's righteousness. And then we go off and we establish our own righteousness. Saying, shoot, pork is just fine. Pork is good to eat. I don't know what you're talking about. That's exactly what all people do. We establish our own righteousness. Keep on going.
Con. In the Bible,
Come on.
have not submitted themselves unto the righteousness of God.
Okay, we have not submitted ourselves unto the righteousness of God. We'd rather go off and do our own thing instead of following after what the Lord has told us to do, following after the laws of the Most High. When these laws are going to be the things that keep us alive. God's laws, they keep us alive. But our people, you know what they rather do? They rather go off and follow their own way, their own path. Christian church, I mean, you got all these fake Hebrew Israelite groups that rather go off and do their own thing because they're hungry for power. I mean, your Christian church, they're hungry for power. They're hungry for money. That's all they're hungry for. They'd rather come up with their own doctrine instead of following after what the Lord has told them to do. Their own doctrine, their own righteousness, instead of doing what the Lord has said to do. And they have not submitted themselves unto the righteousness of God. How you become righteous?
By doing the works of God, the Most High.
Say it again.
Doing the works of the Most High.
Yeah. Doing the works of Most High, keeping His law, statutes, commandments. Keeping His laws. By doing, what is it? What does righteousness sound like?
I don't know.
Like, look at the word. What is inside the word righteousness?
Righteousness.
Being
right.
Exactly. To be right, to do right. But when you keep the Lord's law, statutes, commandments, you're doing the right thing. You're being right. You're right. It is the correct thing to do. We have to understand right and wrong. But if our people are being ignorant of God's righteousness, we're not going to know what the right thing is. We're ignoring the righteousness. We're ignoring God's laws. We're ignoring the things that are absolutely right. You got to look at America. What do our people do in America? We absolutely ignore all the things that are right. America goes against the things that are absolutely right according to the Most High. You try to have multiple wives, America is absolutely against it. Absolutely. They shame you for it. When really, you should be shaming having multiple husbands or going out and sleeping with as many people and just dumping them. We should be shaming the unrighteous things, the things that are very unrighteous, instead of shaming the things that are righteous. That's what our people, we are very ignorant of God's righteousness. We're very ignorant of God's righteousness. In America, in America today, we look at all the wrong things as right. We consider the wrong things to be righteous. And we consider the Most High's laws to be unrighteous. Think about it. What happens when you stop eating pork? People start to look at you funny. They start to look at you crazy. Like you're out of order. You're out of the system. What are you doing? Why are you not eating that shrimp, crab, pork, and lobster? Are you missing out? Or no, you got to eat pork. But no, because it goes against the Most High. When God said not to eat it. Or going out and smoking weed. We look at that. Think about how many weed stores there are. Everybody is hey, you a pothead. Your family loves you more before you quit smoking weed. You're a pothead and you quit smoking weed, your family turns on you. That's crazy. They loved you when you were smoking weed. Now that you quit smoking weed, they turn on you. They don't love you no more. That's how ignorant we are of the Most High's righteousness. Read it again.
Come on. Romans chapter 10 and verse 3. For they, being ignorant of God's righteousness, and going about to establish their own righteousness, have not submitted themselves unto the righteousness of God.
Man, we going out and trying to to establish our own righteousness and put our own. But our way of righteousness is evil. If we don't have laws to govern in us, we'll do the most foul things. We'll go out and unalive each other. I mean, look what's happening to this day. We don't have God's laws. And now look at this. Now we go out and we unalive each other. Now we go out and we sleep with another brother's wives. We treat each other like we're not even human. We treat each other like we're animals. Like we're not even brothers or sisters. Give me Hosea chapter 4 and verse 6.
Con, I got it.
Go ahead.
Hosea chapter 4 verse 6. My people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge.
Hold on, read that one more time. It like cut out.
Hosea chapter 4 and verse 6. My people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge.
Man, all people, we are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. What is that knowledge?
Not knowing our history, I'm guessing.
Not just that,
I don't know.
the laws of God. We're destroyed for a lack of knowledge. We don't know the Most High's laws. We don't know who we are. We don't know nothing. We don't know nothing. All we know how to do is go out and twerk on the corner, twerk in the club. All our people know how to do is smoke weed and escape reality. All our people know how to do is cook up some good pork. That's all we know how to do. We don't know how to keep God's laws because we're destroyed for a lack of knowledge. We don't have the knowledge of law in our mind. We're not thinking about keeping the God's laws. We're not thinking about not eating shrimp, crab, pork, and lobster. Brothers wake up every day thinking about getting some good pork. Our people wake up every day thinking about going to the club on the weekend and doing some evil things. Our people, we wake up every day thinking about going and brothers sleeping with sisters and throwing them away, and sisters going and sleeping with many men. But we're not thinking about becoming princesses and princesses and princesses. We've got to put the Lord's laws in our mind. We've got to keep his law, statute, commandments, and become the people that we're supposed to become, which is princes and princesses. Read that one more time.
Con, Hosea chapter 4 and verse 6. My people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge because
Man, our people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. We don't know nothing about the Most High. We don't know absolutely nothing about the Most High. We don't know how to keep his laws. We don't know how to do none of it. Because as a people, we don't know nothing about the Most High's laws. We don't keep them. We don't even go and search for them. We're not thinking about these things. We are thinking about going and smoking that next blunt. That's what we are thinking about. But as a people, we are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. We're destroyed for a lack of knowledge. The knowledge of understanding and understanding who we are. Knowing who we are. The knowledge of knowing God's laws. The knowledge of knowing how to love your brothers. The knowledge of knowing how not to eat pork. The knowledge of knowing how to handle a situation between your brother and brothers and your sisters. We're destroyed for lack of knowledge. Keep on going.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me.
Hold on. And the crazy thing is, we also reject the knowledge. We don't want to follow after the Most High's knowledge. We don't want the Lord's knowledge. We reject it. We reject God's laws. And we don't follow after them. We reject those things. Keep on going.
Con. That thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God. I will also forget thy children.
Hey. And because we have forgotten the laws of the Most High, we have forgotten the knowledge of the Most High, he said he would also forget our children. He forget about our children. And now look, now you see our people, our children being unalived daily. I mean, look what just happened in the school. I mean, you see what happened to the children in the schools because we have forgotten the laws of God. The Lord has forgotten our children. He's not protecting our children. Our children are being unalived by these oppressors. Unalive. Unalive. Can't say that. But we are being unalived. Our children are being unalived daily because we have decided to teach them how to celebrate birthdays, how to celebrate Easter. We have forgotten the laws of God and to be able to teach the laws of God to our children. We have to teach our children these laws, statutes, commandments. We have to teach our children the knowledge of the Most High, the righteousness of the Most High, what to do and what not to do. I mean, parents, you definitely want to keep your children safe. Well, this is the way to do it by teaching them these laws, teaching them these scriptures in this Bible the correct way. Keep going.
Con.
Oh, it's like read it again. Read it again.
Hosea chapter 4 and verse 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge. I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me. Seeing thou hast forgotten the laws of thy God, I will also forget thy children.
Yeah, and because we forgot the laws of the Most High, the Lord is letting our children be unalived in these schools. Now you have mothers and fathers who are mourning. This is why it's important to keep God's laws, to teach our children God's laws, teach the generations to come God's laws. Give me Proverbs chapter 22 and verse 6.
Con.
Go ahead.
Proverbs chapter 22 and verse 6. Train up a child in the way he should go.
Man, what we're supposed to do is we're supposed to train our children in the way they should go. If you want your children to be your child to be a priest, train them up to be a priest. If you want your child to be righteous, you would train them up to be righteous. You would do that by giving them examples. They follow your children, they follow after you. Everything they do, everything you do, They learn from you. By the way you talk, they see you talking. The way you walk, they see you walking. They learn it from you. So when they see you not keeping the law, statute, commandments, they're learning not to keep the law, statute, commandments from you. It's important that we teach our children to keep these law, statute, commandments. It's important we teach our children God's laws. It's important we teach our children to be righteous so that they stay righteous. Read it one more time.
Con. Proverbs chapter 22, verse 6. Train up a child in a way he should go. And when
You gotta
he,
train up a child in the way they should go. You want your child to be righteous? Train them to keep the law, statute, commandments of the most of God. Train them to keep God's laws. Train them to love their brother. Because what we're learning right now here in America is how to unalive each other, how to hate your brother. That's what we're learning here in America. That's what America teaches you. Your children are learning it every day. They should be learning God's laws, how to love your brothers, how to love their brothers. How not to go out and give yourself to the world. You gotta train your daughters to put some clothes on when they go outside. But everything they get it from you. Everything they do, they get it from you. They get it from the parents, and the parents have to be the example to be able to teach the children the laws of God. Keep on reading.
con. And when he is old, he will not depart from it.
And when he is old, he will not depart from it. He ain't gonna depart from the laws of God. I mean, then you got brothers and sisters who their parents they teach them the culture, and they will not depart from it. They will not sway from it. They got things that go on in their family or traditions they do in their family, and they do not leave from it. They pass the tradition down and keep on passing it and keep on passing it. And that's how we have to do it with the laws of God. We have to pass the laws of the Most High down through our generations, down through our children. And then they teach it to their children. And then it goes down the line and keeps on going and keeps on going and keeps on going. That's how it has to work. Because these laws are very important to keep. The laws of God are very important to keep. There is what keeps us alive, what gives us life, what gives us the breath. So right now, a lot of our people, we are spiritually dead, and you can see it. You can see all the unaliving that happens to our people. That's why we're at the bottom of the bottom. When people don't look appealing, they look destroyed. We look very destroyed out here. And that's why it's important for us to keep these laws so that we're living. Give me Deuteronomy 4:1.
Con. Con, I got it.
Come on.
Deuteronomy chapter 4 and verse 1. Now therefore hearken, O Israel, unto the statutes and unto the judgments which I teach you.
Hearken, O Israel. What does it mean to hearken?
Um,
You don't know what it means to hearken?
La.
To listen.
Oh,
Damn, why is it not working? Oh. But yeah, we have to listen. Hold on 1 second. Read it again.
Con. Deuteronomy chapter 4 and verse 1. Now therefore hearken, O Israel, unto the statutes and unto the judgments, when I teach you, for to you
Hold on. Listen, O Israel, O blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, unto the statutes and the judgments which I teach you. For keep on going.
con, for to do them, and
No. For to do your own thing.
for to do them,
No. For to go off and have your own righteousness.
for to do them,
No, hearken and listen, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Listen unto the statutes and unto the judgments which the Lord teached you. He teached us how to keep these laws, statutes, amendments. For to be able to keep these laws, statutes, amendments, to be able to do what?
hearken. Oh, for to do them,
Keep on going.
con, for to do them, that ye may live and go
Oh, hold on. Why are these laws, statutes, amendments so important?
to for us to make it in the kingdom of heaven.
Not just that.
Brotherhood.
No.
I
Read it
don't
one more time.
con. The whole thing.
Come.
Deuteronomy chapter 4 verse 1. Now, therefore, hearken, O Israel, unto the statutes and unto the judgments which I teach you, for to do them, that ye may live and go in.
Hold on. Stop right there. Why are these laws, statutes, amendments so important?
That we may live.
God, they give us the life. They give us life. Like I said, they give us breath so that we can live. These laws, statutes, amendments, they keep us alive. What you see out here in America today is our people being unalived because of our decisions, because of us not keeping and hearkening or listening to the laws of God, to the statutes and the judgments. We instead of listening to the Most High, we go off and we do our own thing. We go off and we vote for Kamala Harris or Donald Trump whenever we should be voting for Christ, because Christ won over our vote. Did not? I mean, he deserves it. Does he not deserve our vote after he gave his life for his brothers and his sisters, for his people? I mean, does he not deserve our vote?
Con.
God, but we go off and we vote for Kamala Harris. We vote for Donald Trump. Two fools that don't know what they're talking about. They can't even run America, can't even think straight. Talking about cats and dogs. That's what they're talking about. We are voting for a people that can't even operate themselves. But really, we should be voting for Christ. We should be voting for Christ, who is of our own people, who understands his people. We must keep these law, statutes, commandments because they're the thing that's going to be able to allow us to live. I mean, we got to stop smoking weed. I mean, weed, when you smoke weed, it slowly unalives you. giving you lung cancer. And when you go out and you sleep with all these different men and women, you end up getting HIV and all these different diseases that the Lord gives you because you was going out and sleeping with all these different people, and you end up being slow. You end up being unalived. You end up being unalived. When we go out and we do these things, and we go out and eat shrimp, crab, pork, and lobster, it is slowly unaliving us, giving us high blood pressure. Read that one more time.
Con. Deuteronomy chapter 4 and verse 1. Now therefore hearken, O Israel, unto the statutes and unto the judgments which I teach you, and for to do them, that ye may land
That you may live.
I looked under my Slovakia, that
Oh,
ye may live and
yeah,
go
that ye may live. No,
and go
that
in
you
the
may live, because when I mean, it's like that ye may live. We got to keep these law, statutes, commandments so that you can live. I mean, because the Lord understood and knows that when you do these things, there's danger in doing these things. There's danger in eating shrimp, crab, pork, and lobster. There's danger in going out and smoking weed or going out and sleeping with as many people as you can. There's dangers in that. That's why the Lord gave you laws, statutes, and commandments so that you can know what to do and what not to do, what to eat and what not to eat. He gave you the blueprint on how to live your life. But we still want to go and do our own thing. Keep on reading.
con, and go in and possess the lands which the Lord of God, which the Lord God of your fathers giveth to you.
Mm. Lord God of your fathers give it to you. We don't even have the land that the Lord has given us because of our disobedience, because we are not keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. The Lord has kicked us out of the land that He gave us. Now we in a land that's taken over. Can't go ahead. We in a land that's taken over by the oppressor. It's taken over by the oppressor. And a land where we're unalived. We're out of our land while the oppressor is over there fighting for a land that's not even his. A land that belongs to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. That's who that land truly belongs to. It belongs to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
Con, I'm back.
Keep on reading.
Con. Verse 2. Ye shall not add unto the word which I command you, neither shall ye diminish, diminish, all,
Diminish.
diminish aught from it.
Man, you know what the Christian church does?
Law.
They add unto the Most High's word. They add unto the law. They take these scriptures and they add things to them, making them say things that they don't. Read that one more time.
Con. Deuteronomy chapter 4 and verse, Deuteronomy chapter 4 and verse 2. Ye shall not add unto the word which I command you, neither shall you diminish aught from it.
I'm trying to diminish off from it. You know what's crazy is The Christian pastor, they say eating pork is lawful, but nowhere in the Bible nowhere in the Bible does it say that pork is lawful to eat. You can't eat pork because to the Lord it is still unlawful. But one thing that your Christian pastor has definitely done, these Christian pastors have definitely done, is diminish from the word. They have definitely taken away and said, "Oh no, the whole Old Testament is done away with." Nah. Oh no, the covenant. We got a new covenant now. Right now, the law is done away with. We ain't dealing with the law no more. That was in the past. When nowhere in the Bible does it say the Lord got rid of the law, that the law is done away with, that the law is over. Nowhere in the Bible does it say that. You can find that in the Bible. Please show me. There ain't nowhere in the Bible does it say that the law is done away with. But that's what your Christian pastor is teaching. That's what the Christian pastor is teaching them. They're teaching you can't be perfect. You can't be perfect. Even though Christ said to be perfect. But really, our people, we should be asking these questions like because your Christian pastor is making himself to be over Christ. He's saying he is better than Christ. Because Christ himself, what did he say? He said, to be ye therefore perfect. You telling me you above Christ? Because that's what they say. The Christian pastor is telling you that the law is done away with. While Christ is saying a whole nother thing. He's telling you now the laws of God are not done away with. They're not done away with. They're not over. In fact, he increased them. He made them even harder. Keep on reading, Junior.
Come on. That ye may keep the commandments of the Lord your God, which I command you. Verse 3. Your eyes have seen what the Lord did because of Bapiro.
Bapur. It's like Bapur.
Bapor. For all the men that follow Bapor, the Lord thy God hath destroyed them from among you.
You know what? The Lord has done a lot of destruction because we have not kept these laws, statutes, commandments. I mean, you got to think of all the destruction the Lord has done in these scriptures. All the destruction that the Lord has caused in the past because we was not keeping these laws, statutes, commandments. We was always doing evil things. And the Lord destroyed a lot of our people for it. I mean, at one point in the earth, the Lord reset the whole earth. He reset the whole earth. Flooded. But, I mean, there's a lot of things that the Lord has done. Then, I mean, to show that you should not be trying to stir up no smoke with the Most High. I don't know about you, but I don't want no smoke with the Lord. Hearing and seeing all the things that he's doing, nah, I'm good. What about you, Junior? You want any smoke with the Lord? Nah. You do not want no smoke with the Lord. Keep on going.
Come on. Verse 4. But ye that did cleave unto the Lord your God are alive, every one of you, this day.
Mm.
Verse 5. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, and even as the Lord my God commanded me that ye should do so in the land whither ye go to process it.
Mm. Wherever we go, no matter what land we're in, no matter where we are required to keep God's law, statutes and commandments. We're required to keep the laws of God. We're required not to eat shrimp, cow, pork. We're required to always be righteous, to not hate each other. Anywhere we go, no matter what land we go into. Keep on going.
Con. Verse. Oh, wait. Some verse. That ye should do so in the land that whither ye go to possess it. Verse 6.
Hold
Keep the
on, hold on. Hold on. Because keep on going. My bad. You already read that. Keep on going.
Verse 6. Keep therefore and do them.
No,
For
no, no,
this
no. Do your own thing.
keep therefore and do them.
No, no. Follow after the Christian church and listen to him and what he has to say, because he says that the laws are done away with, and he's the man in charge.
Keep therefore and do them.
No, it
For
says to keep therefore and do them. Keep the law, statutes, commandments, and do them. And it doesn't sound like it's an option. That don't sound like an option to me. That sounds like we're being told to keep the law, statutes, and commandments. Keep therefore and do them. You don't have an option to go off and do your own thing. You don't really have an option to choose. The Lord said to keep the law, statutes, commandments, and therefore do them. Love your brothers. Deal with these situations by following after the laws of God, dealing with your brothers according to the law, not dealing with them of how you feel, or how you think you should deal with them, but how the Lord says to deal with them. When you have a problem with your brothers, you go to them and them alone. That's how you deal with your brothers. Don't deal with them how you feel you should deal with them, but do it according to how the Lord said to deal with them. Same thing with the sisters. This is what we have to do as a people. We have to deal with our people accordingly. We have to keep these law, statutes, commandments. We have to do them. We can't just go off and do our own thing. We can't go off and smoke weed and think everything's gonna be okay. No. We can't go off and sleep with as many people as we possibly can. Absolutely not. It's not gonna happen like that. We have to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments like the Lord has said to do. Keep on going.
con. For this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations.
Yeah, because this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the other nations. When they see you keeping these law, statutes, commandments, they're gonna look at you and be like, "Dang, these people are wise and have understanding." Because we understand, we follow. When we keep these law, statutes, commandments, we understand that we're not supposed to eat pork. Pork, pork has pork gives you lung cancer. These other nations will look at you and they will look at you with respect instead of how they look at us today. I mean, think about it. How can any other nation respect us right now when we go off and we whore our sisters to everybody? How can we get respect when we go off and we unalive each other like animals? How can we get respect from these other nations? How can anybody respect us when we're doing these things? Keep on going.
Khan, who shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is wise, understanding, and
Mm.
understanding people.
Hey, when you keep these laws, statutes, members, this is what all the other nations will be saying about you, about Israel, about blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. That we are a wise and understanding people. Man. But because we don't keep the laws of God right now, they don't call us a wise and understanding people. You know what they do, Junior?
No.
They
They-
laugh in our face. See?
I thought they say call us stupid or something. Call us
That
dumb.
too. Yeah, they laugh in our face. They laugh in their face. Keep on going.
Khan, verse 7. For what nations is so great, who have gone so nigh unto them, as the Lord our God is in all things that we call upon him for.
Mm. They're gonna be looking at you like, dang, this is the greatest nation on the earth. Like, dang, who is they God? Because I don't want no smoke with they God. When you put on the spirit of the Lord, all these other nations will look at you differently. They look at you differently. And the crazy thing is, these other nations will respect you when you put on the spirit of the Lord. I mean, think about it. I mean, it's not even the oppressor coming after us. It's our own people. They're the ones they're the ones who really come after us and come up against us. They're the ones who come up against us and try to say we're wrong for fighting for our freedom. We're wrong for coming out here and expressing how we feel. We're wrong for coming out and telling the truth. When the oppressor goes by, you know what he says? He's like, oh, yeah, I respect it. I respect it. Keep on going.
Khan, verse 8. And what nations is there so great, that have statutes and judgments so righteous as all this law which I set before you this day?
Hold on. You want to understand something? That these laws are so important. They're so important because they're going to be able to help the earth. It's not just helping you. These laws also help the earth when you keep them. Because you have laws to be able to nurture and be able to give the earth a break. The oppressor, they don't have laws like that. You know what they do? They have farms all around. They don't give the earth a break. They run the earth to its core and just take and take and take. But you, no, you have laws on how to properly crop the earth, properly use the earth to be able to give the earth a break so that it has rest and that it could not be fully destroyed like the oppressors are destroying it. Because right now they're destroying the earth, taking everything from it. I mean, think about it. It's not just helping you, it's even helping the poor. When you keep the laws of God, nobody will ever have to starve anymore. Because we have laws in place to be able to feed everybody. The oppressor, he don't got laws in place to be able to feed everybody. Everybody is starving and hungry right now. There are people out on the street who are starving right now. That's another thing too. There won't be people won't be homeless because we'll be able to have buildings set up for them. Unlike America, they don't set up buildings for the homeless for them to be able to have a place for their head to lay. No, they don't have that. They kick them out of those buildings. I mean, dang, it's crazy because why doesn't the Christian church allow them to come and sleep in their place? They don't allow them to come and sleep in there. They kick them out of there. They kick them out of the Christian church and get them off that lawn so that the Christian church can look presentable for people who have money. So that they can get the next victim to find a good place to go to church and give their tithe money. These laws are very important because they're going to allow our people to live. They're very important, not just for us, but for our own people, for our whole nation. It's very important that we keep these law, statutes, amendments because it is going to be able to help the whole earth. Right now, the whole earth is in mourning. The whole earth is in shambles. The whole earth is at war. But when the righteous, the whole earth is going through a lot because the wicked are ruling right now. But when the righteous rule, when we learn to keep these law, statutes, commandments, and do what the Lord said, we'll begin to be righteous. And when the righteous rule in our authority, this earth will not be no more mourning. This earth will not be no more at war. This earth will not be no more suffering. Won't be suffering no more. That's why it's so important that we keep these law, statutes, amendments, that our people will be able to live, that the animals will be able to live, that the trees will be able to live. I mean, everything is suffering right now because the oppressor is in rulership, and he don't know nothing about any laws about keeping the earth upright. All he knows how to do is just take and take and take. That's all he knows how to do. Keep on going.
Con.
Read it again. It's like
Deuteronomy chapter 4 and verse 8. And what nations is so great that have statutes and judgments so righteous as all this law which I set before you this day.
These other nations will be looking at your law, statutes, amendments as righteous. I mean, damn, think about how we deal with each other. They'll look up to you and be like, dang, they don't fight. Their brothers know how to love each other, how to come together. Because we have laws on how to come together or fix any situation when when brothers have contention between each other, or when brothers have something going on between each other, or when brothers are offended. We know how to deal with the situations instead of going out and dealing with it by grabbing a gun. Instead of going out and dealing with it by grabbing a machete. We have to learn how to deal with each other. We have to learn how to deal with each other properly according to these laws. That's what we got to do. Keep on going.
Con. Verse 9. Only take heed to thyself, and keep thy soul diligently,
Hmm.
lest thou forget the things which thine eyes have seen, and lest they depart from thy heart all the days of thy life. But teach them thy sons and thy sons' sons.
Man, when we learn these law, statutes, commandments, we have to hold on to these things. We have to hold on to the Most High's laws, statutes, commandments. Hold on to the commandments. We have to hold on to the knowledge of the Most High, and we have to teach it to our sons and our sons' sons and our sons' sons. It has to go down through generations because this is our culture. Our culture, we should be passing down throughout our generations, throughout all of our generations. But right now, we don't pass nothing down to our children. We don't pass nothing to our children. We don't teach them anything but except how to break the Most High's law, statutes, commandments. We have to pass these laws, statutes, commandments down to our children and teach our children not to smoke weed. Teach our children not to sleep with harlots. Teach our children not to celebrate Christmas, Easter, birthdays. We have to teach our children these things. That's what we have to do as a people. Keep on going.
Con. Verse 10.
Oh, no. Read verse 9 again.
Deuteronomy chapter 4 and verse 9. Only take heed to thyself, and keep thy soul diligently, lest thou forget the things which thine eyes have seen, and lest they depart from thy heart all the days of thy life, but teach them thy sons and thy sons' sons.
Teach your sons and your sons' sons. We have to continually learn these scriptures. Stay studying up to learn. Come in here and learn who you are. Let me see. Hold on, we're probably gonna go to. No, that's. Do you have a apocrypha?
La.
Are you able to get on your phone though?
Is it like an app for it?
Nah. Well, yeah, there is an app for it, but I'm talking about like searching up online. If you go search up Ecclesiasticus chapter 6 and verse 36.
Hold on. Can you put it on the screen and I'll just read it from there?
Okay.
Because they ain't searching.
Can you see it?
The 36?
Okay.
Ecclesiastes chapter. What's the chapter?
Chapter 6 and verse 36.
Con. Ecclesiastes chapter 6 and verse 36. And if thou seest a man of understanding.
Now hold on. If thou seest a man of understanding, a man who knows the scriptures, a man like the man here in ISUBK, you got Captain Yatazak, you got Captain Tazariak, Captain Katazar, all these men, these brothers who have knowledge, who come from different backgrounds out there. Keep on going.
Con. Get these bed times, Be times, be times. Get these be times unto him, and let thy foot wear the steps of his store.
This is the man. When you have a question or you want to get understanding, you've got to ask these men your questions. You got to get understanding from these men. You've got to wear the footsteps of the wear the footsteps of his door. You gotta be calling brothers up with understanding. Like, hey, it's like it, sir. So like I got this question. I know it's 3 a.m. in the morning. And the crazy thing is these brothers will answer you. They will answer the phone at 3 in the morning and answer your question. They will answer your question. But we have to, if you want understanding, you have to get behind these men and ask them all the questions that you can, get all the understanding and all the knowledge that you can from these men. Wear out the steps of his door. Because these men are going to be able to help you understand the spirit of the law, be able to understand or help you understand how to keep the law, how to be a better brother or how to be a better sister. You want marriage counsel? Well, you better call these brothers up. If you want to learn how to be a better brother, learn how to get off of drugs, learn how to help your brothers, learn how to be a better priest. These are the men that you have to go to, the men with understanding. Because, brother, these laws, learning these law types of amendments are going to be the thing that keeps you alive. If you really want to know why it's so important to keep the law, statutes, amendments, these men are going to help you understand the importance of keeping these law, statutes, amendments. Give me Deuteronomy 28 and 1.
Deuteronomy 28:1.
Kind of.
Con.
Go ahead.
Oh, 20:1. I put 28:21.
28 and 1.
Con, I got it. Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments which I command.
No. Hold on. It says, and thou shalt come to pass if thou shalt hearken diligently. I mean, what like I said, what does it mean to hearken?
Listen.
What? If thou shalt listen very closely unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do what?
To observe and observe and to do all his commandments.
No. To observe and to do whatever you want to do.
To do all his commandments.
No. To observe and to do, to go out and follow after your Christian pastor.
To do all his commandments.
No, to observe and just do some of the commandments.
To do all his commandments.
No, just to do the ones that you like.
To do all his commandments.
No, do the ones that you think are righteous.
to do all his commandments.
Oh, we gotta observe and we've got to listen and do all the Most High's commandments. The Lord is giving us an order. He ain't giving us something to choose from. He's saying if you will listen very closely and you will keep all these law, statutes, commandments, what does it say gonna happen? Keep on going.
And to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day.
And what
That,
the Lord commanded you. He didn't just tell you. He didn't say, "Oh, now you have a choice to do these. You have a choice to not eat pork, shrimp, crab, or lobster. You have a choice to go off and be a good brother or a bad brother. You have a choice." No, he said, "Which I command you. I commanded you to keep these laws, statutes, commandments. And if you do it, what will happen? Keep on going."
which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all,
Oh, no. He gonna keep you at the bottom.
that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations.
No, hold on. If you keep these laws, statutes, commandments, you are going to be equal with all these other nations.
Oh, that the Lord thy God will set thee on up high above all nations of the earth.
Now, when you keep these laws, statutes, commandments, the Lord will set you above all these other nations that are upon the face of the earth. He's gonna set you above all of them. Put you on the top, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, when you keep his laws, statutes, commandments, because that's how much he loves you. He's gonna put you at the top. I mean, did it not say that? Because in the Christian church, they think that we gotta fight to be equal with the oppressor. We gotta fight to be equal with all these other nations. That we just gotta love and fight. Here's the answer on how to become, instead of becoming equal, because there's no way that's gonna actually happen. That's never gonna happen. You can never become equal with your oppressor. But this is how you get out of the situation that you are in, by keeping these laws, statutes, commandments. And the Lord will do what?
Will set thee on a high above all nations of the
He will
earth.
set you above all the nations. He'll set you on high above all the nations that are on the face of the earth. He'll make you princesses and princes. Instead of having you at the bottom, he'll have you at the top, judging all the other nations. But because we didn't keep the Most High's laws, statutes, commandments, you know what? Actually, keep on reading. Keep on reading.
Con. Verse 2. And all these blessings shall come on thee and overtake thee, if thou shalt hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Look at that. Look at this. All these blessings shall come upon thee when you keep the Lord's laws, statutes, commandments. You're gonna be set on high. Everything's gonna. I mean, the Lord is gonna be on your side, and all these blessings will overtake thee. You're gonna have a plentiful business, all of it. What happens when you don't keep the law, statutes, commandments? What happens when you disobey the Most High? Keep on. Go to Deuteronomy 28:15.
Con. I got it.
Hold on, let me get with you. Here you go. Good.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and
So
statutes.
hold on, right there. So now The Lord told you what would happen if we kept his laws, statutes, commandments. But let's see what happens when we don't keep the Lord's laws, statutes, commandments. Let's see what happens when we break his laws, statutes, commandments. Because he told us what would happen if we did break them. He gave us the full breakdown on what would happen if we broke the laws, statutes, and commandments. If we didn't keep the laws of our God. Go ahead and read.
Con. Observe to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come
No.
upon
That the Lord's love will come upon you.
which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and
The Lord
over
said curses. When you don't keep the Lord's laws, statutes, commandments, curses come upon you. What are these curses that we get? We get cursed with how, our children, our wounds, our women are not able to bear children. Now you see a lot of children being unalived, especially with Planned Parenthood. That's a curse. Now you see a lot of the fathers being put on child support. That's a curse. Now you see a lot of our people getting diseases. That's a curse from the Lord. Now you see a lot of our people, the marriages don't even last. That is a curse from the Lord. It's a curse from the Lord because we're not keeping his law, statutes, commandments. We're not doing what the Lord has said us and told us to do. But instead, we're doing what our own mind tells us to do. We're doing what America tells us to do. That's what we're doing. Instead of doing what the Lord had told us to do, we do what America told us to do. Keep on going.
Con. Verse 16. Cursed shall thou be the city, and cursed shall thou be in the field.
Hold on. Cursed shalt thou be in the city. I mean, Dan, look at us. In the city, a lot of our people are being unalived. I mean, you see so many brothers that are being unalived in the city. I mean, look in the city, a lot of brothers and sisters are being unalived here. We don't keep on going.
Con.
Oh no, you said it already. In the field? Yeah, in the field. We don't own any farmland. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans make up 1% of farmlands. We make up 1% of farmlands. That's insane. It is very important for us to keep these laws, statutes, commandments. It's very important for us to keep these laws, statutes, commandments because it's the thing that's going to be able to keep us from receiving these curses. It's going to be the thing that keeps us alive. We have to keep these laws, statutes, commandments so that we could be able to live. If we don't do that, we're going to end up being unalived. We're going to keep receiving the curses and receiving the death. That's why we come out here and we tell our people the truth. We tell our people that, hey, you shouldn't do these things because it's unaliving you. And that is the most important thing. This is a very important thing that our people keep these laws, statutes, commandments. Because it is our life. It's our breath. With that, we're going to end on there. This is the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, started at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under the Command John Hanna. And with that, shalom.